And this week on Focus on Health, we're talking about heart health. This is Heart Health Month. We have some great strategies that you can implement into your daily life to ensure that you are safe and paying attention to your own heart health. Welcome to Focus on Health. My name is Dr. Asante Hilts, and I'm so excited that this month we're focusing on heart health. This is Heart Health Month, and we have a lot of exciting tips and strategies to stay with you, to share with you, so that you can remain healthy. As you all know, Focus on Health is an opportunity for us to talk about what resources we have here right in the Chattahoochee Valley to keep you healthy. Pop Barnes, who used to be the host of this show, always wanted us to be mindful of the small steps that we can take every day to stay healthy, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. I have a special guest joining me today, and Quinn, we want you to go ahead and introduce yourself, and thank you for being with us today.
Good morning, I'm Quinn Jackson. I'm an adult services librarian with Chattahoochee Valley Libraries.
And we are so glad you're here. So the library, most people watching this show would think, what does the library have to do with heart health? So let me just ask you before we kick it off, how has the library folded in certain health topics like the one we're going to talk about today?
So we focus a lot on literacy, and health literacy is one of those things that we focus on. With health literacy, this blood pressure kit is one of the things that we use to combat that. Okay,
awesome. I'm excited to learn and to share with everybody who's watching how that library partnership has been super, super effective. But before we do that, we're going to jump into some slides just to share with everybody what exactly heart health is. So this month we're focusing on heart health, and heart health is keeping your heart and your blood vessels functioning well. It's monitoring your blood pressure and maintaining healthy habits. So we're going to talk today about what those healthy habits are. Preventing heart disease through lifestyle and early detection is critical. So on the next slide, we're going to just look at a few of the numbers. And don't be alarmed by these numbers, but they should motivate us to take some action. So 32% of adults in Muscogee County have hypertension. That means they have a higher risk of heart disease and stroke. When you go talk to your primary care providers, we want you to be looking at that systolic and diastolic number. So that's less than 120 as your top number and less than 80 as your bottom number. And currently our statistics show us that over 70% of low-income African-American adults have hypertension. This is a problem that we have to address, and that's why this topic is so important. Heart disease accounts for approximately 20% of all deaths in Muscogee County. So now let's just take a minute to talk about what can we do to make a change in these numbers? What can we do to stay healthy? And the American Heart Association has given us several tips on what we can do to really get ahead of heart disease in our community. The first strategy that the Heart Association has shared is to eat a balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables. And so what I tell people is add things to your diet. Don't worry about taking away. Let's add fresh fruits and fresh vegetables to our diet on a daily basis. Number 2, limit our salt, our sugar, and our saturated fats. Now, the reason why this is difficult is because those things taste good. Salt tastes good, sugar tastes good, and our fats taste good. But if we start paying attention, reading those labels, and making an effort to reduce those in our diet, it will have a great impact. The third thing is to be active for at least 30 minutes a day. Now, if we're moving from a place of inactivity, this could seem like a lot, but it's a baby step. If we can just pencil in, schedule in 30 minutes every day of moving our bodies and being active, it will have a tremendous impact on our heart. The fourth thing is to avoid smoking. Fifth thing is to limit our alcohol consumption, a lot of sugar and alcohol as well. It has an impact on our heart disease rates. Next, we want to manage our stress effectively, and because we have a special guest from the library, we may also learn about some of those stress management strategies in programs that are offered at the library. And then lastly, know your blood pressure and monitor it regularly. Now, you might be asking, how do I monitor my blood pressure? What do I do? If I only go to see my provider once a year, how is that helping me monitor it regularly? Well, on the next slide, there's a strategy that we want to focus on today, and it's called self-monitoring blood pressure. This is going to help us detect hypertension early to get ahead of it. I liken it to having a scale in your bathroom. The only way that you know that you're maintaining a healthy weight is to get on the scale on a regular basis. The only way to know that we have a healthy heart and that we're not getting into hypertension is to monitor our blood pressure regularly. So if we do this, if we have a blood pressure cuff in our home, that's going to provide us with an accurate day-to-day reading. It's going to empower us to manage our health, and it's going to allow us to have those real conversations with our healthcare provider about those numbers that we're seeing every day. And at the end, it's going to help us prevent cardiovascular events and reduce inequities. So now let me go back to talking to you, Quinn, about the program that the Chattahoochee Valley Library has. It's called Libraries with Heart. Just give us an overview of what that program is.
So Libraries with Heart started in 2022, and it was a partnership between us and the American Heart Association, and it was made to address a need in the community for heart health.
Awesome. So first of all, I'm a lover of the library, and I know our community utilizes our library. So this partnership allows us to have these free self-monitor blood pressure kits available for checkout. I know, Quinn, that you can use your library card to get it, and everything that you need to monitor your blood pressure is inside this kit. This is how we're going to support community heart health. This is how we're partnering to do this together. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, Quinn is going to walk us through what that kit looks like and how you can use your library card to help you take advantage of this excellent resource. We'll be right back.
Did you know there has been an increase in the number of sexually transmitted diseases in our district? That's why the West Central Health District Prevention Services is offering free HIV and syphilis testing for everyone. You can get your free test at the Columbus Prevention Services Center at 706-321-6413 or the Americas Prevention Services Center 229-931-2514. Call or visit our prevention services centers for more information on how you can get your free HIV and syphilis test today. Stop wondering, get tested.
And welcome back to Focus on Health. We are discussing heart health today, figuring out how we can make a change in our lifestyle, creating new habits so that we can prevent heart disease and we can prevent hypertension. Hypertension affects our community greatly, so I'm excited that we have a wonderful guest with us today, Quinn, who is from our Chattahoochee Valley Library, and he is sharing with us a special program called Libraries with Heart. So Quinn, before we went on break, you told us that this library program started so that it allows our patrons, all of us community members, to have access to self-monitor blood pressure. Help us understand what that process looks like.
So pretty simple process. It's easy. You come in, if you have one of our library cards, you come to the desk, you'll ask for one of these kits. This is what the kit will look like. It includes that heart monitor, the blood pressure monitor, and also just kind of some instructions on how to use it, and also what those blood pressure level looks like.
So before you go on with showing us the kit, I got to jump in here and ask a question. Mm-hmm. When did the library get into blood pressure cuffs? Because most of us think about libraries, we think about books. So the library now has stepped into this space where they're more than just books, it sounds like. Tell me more about that.
Absolutely. So we actually have a library of things, and this blood pressure kit is just one of the things that are included. But there are a plethora of things that you can check out that are just not books. We have monitors that will let you know what's using the power in your house. We have sewing machines. So we just have a bunch of things that you can check out that are just not books. So the library is not what people think of what a traditional library is. We have a bunch more stuff now. So we definitely encourage people to come check out to see what the new things are that we have.
Wonderful. So Health is one of those partnerships with the library that we're excited about. The library is accessible to everyone. Just like Quinn says, just with your library card, you can check out this blood pressure kit. And we know that this is an effective strategy to get ahead of hypertension if you're monitoring every day. So Quinn, go ahead and walk us through what's inside of the kit.
So inside the kit, you'll get the actual monitor itself. So it looks like this. It's just a one-touch, fairly easy to use. You will also get this pamphlet, which has information. It shows you how to use the blood pressure machine. And it also has a log for you to take back to your doctor. If your doctor asks you to monitor your blood pressure for a month and come back to us, this is a month's worth of logs for you to monitor that blood pressure and take back to your doctor. So pretty easy. You log that and you take it with you. You will actually keep this. We put a new one in every kit. So this is something that you give to your doctor and also keep that information. These kits check out for a whole month, so you can monitor that blood pressure for a whole month. You get one renewal, so if there are not any holes on it, you can also check it out for an additional month. So you can actually have up to 2 months with it, and then if nobody else is in line, you can continue to use it.
Wonderful. This helps us really get past the barrier that some people face if they do not have a resource to buy or purchase their own blood pressure kit. The library has now opened the door for us so that we can come check out the blood pressure kit. It walks you through using color coordination, what your numbers mean, how to understand it and read it. We, as we always say on Focus on Health, we are not the doctors for you. We want you to have these conversations with your doctor. This is really helping our patrons and our community at large get ahead of that. They can check out the monitor, place it on their arm, all the instructions are on there, and then they have a tool that they're bringing back to their provider to have that conversation. So if a person doesn't have a library card, are they still able to get the kit?
So you're not able to get the kit without the library card. The good thing is a library card is easy to obtain. We just need to see an ID that shows that you're a resident of Muskogee, and we'll go ahead and get you to fill out an application, and that's it. The library card is free. Everything we do is free. So there are no barriers to entry as far as getting that card and then getting this blood pressure kit.
Awesome. And if somebody's never used a blood pressure kit before, or if you are out of care and you don't have a provider, this is really a great first step, getting ahead of hypertension and heart disease, checking this out at your local library, getting familiar with the kit, using it on a daily basis, and that becomes a part of your routine. This is a part of one of those healthy habits that we're encouraging people to have. And once they get into that routine, then they're ready to maybe make that appointment. And one of the great things about the packet that Quinn is sharing inside of this kit is it lists a lot of the providers who are available. If you do not have a provider, you're monitoring your blood pressure, now you can get connected with a provider in the community. Valley Healthcare System is one of those providers. If you are out of care, if you haven't seen anyone, go to your local library, check out a kit, visit any Chattahoochee Valley Library branch, bring your library card or get one while you're there. Check that kit out just like a book, and then you can start measuring your blood pressure. So I want to talk about when a person gets this blood pressure kit, there's some strategies on what you should do to measure your blood pressure. You want to sit comfortably with your feet flat on the ground. You want to rest for 5 minutes before you take the measurement. You want to keep your arm at heart level, and then take 2 readings 1 minute apart, and then record those results on the log that Quinn just showed you that's in that packet. So this is the blood pressure cuff that's going to be inside of the kit that you can check out from the library. It's simple. There's only one button that you touch to press start. It will do the reading for you. You're going to take this cuff and place it on your arm. It does have a power cord, so you will plug that power cord in before you use it. You're placing the cuff on your arm. Press that one button to take the monitor, and then that reading is going to go on your log that's in your kit. And this is just one of those healthy lifestyle strategies. So just be mindful and remember, we're all in this journey together toward lifestyle change, and change can be hard. So let's take small steps to get there. Let's maintain a balanced diet, start including those fruits and vegetables and whole grains. Let's engage in some regular activity, just 30 minutes a day. Let's start limiting our sodium and our sugar and our saturated fat, avoiding tobacco and limiting our alcohol, managing our stress with mindfulness, sleep, and relaxation, Check out the library catalog for programs that are hosted by the Pastoral Institute to teach you about stress management and mindfulness and relaxation. And then check out your blood pressure kit right at your local library. It's free, open to the public, and we want you to utilize the resource. So thank you again for joining us today on Focus on Health. This is a great entry point for you to make a lifestyle change. Check out a blood pressure cuff and monitor your blood pressure on a regular day-to-day basis. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Focus on Health.